What's up YouTube, DMLX here, and it's official. Mortal Kombat 11 is no longer being supported with additional DLC content, meaning no new gear, skins, stages, story expansions, updates to the Combat League, and most of all, no Kombat Pack 3. Now, most Mortal Kombat fans probably knew that NetherRealm had already put the nail in the coffin on their latest fighting game and moved on to their next big project, fingers crossed it's Marvel vs. DC, after the announcement of the ultimate version of MK11, which included both combat packs and Aftermath, as well as providing quality of life upgrades for both Series X and PS5. However, there did seem to be a spark of hope for more content to drop heading into 2021, with the release of the 1995 movie skins for Raiden, Sonya, and Johnny Cage that released a couple weeks after the announcement of the ultimate version of Mortal Kombat 11. In addition, having potential cross-promotion with the 2021 reboot film of Mortal Kombat that coincidentally released on the second anniversary of MK11 back in April. Personally, I was really hoping for the 2021 movie skins of Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Cabal to be added into the game, but it seems NetherRealm never had any plans in motion to incorporate any material/references from the film at the tail end of Mortal Kombat 11's lifecycle, not even a time tower to represent the cast of characters that appeared throughout the movie. Knowing this, I like to present a what-if scenario about what a Kombat Pack 3 from NetherRealm could have looked like based on their previous DLC releases for Mortal Kombat 11. So let's put on our Ed Boon thinking cap and create our own Kombat Pack 3. When looking at the roster for both Kombat Packs, including Aftermath, it's likely that a potential Kombat Pack 3 would have consisted of 3 to 6 characters. For this scenario, we're going to stick to 5 characters for the sake of having an even full roster, and act as a way for NetherRealm to go out with a bang in terms of an all-star lineup of killers. First, let's start with the guest characters, which have become a main staple of NetherRealm's fighting games since MK9, with the inclusion of Freddy Krueger and Kratos. In MKX, guest characters were themed around horror icons with the inclusion of Predator, Jason Voorhees, Alien, and Leatherface. With MK11, NetherRealm mainly went for an 80s-90s action nostalgia by bringing in the Terminator, RoboCop, and Rambo, with a splash of DC in the form of the Joker, as well as delivered on getting the highly requested Image Comics icon, Spawn. Now, if there was going to be a Kombat Pack 3, I wouldn't be surprised to see more 80s-90s action icons as guest characters like a Mad Max, who is owned by Warner Brothers. John McClane from Die Hard would be a good one. I mean, Bruce Willis would do anything for a paycheck these days. Or even Connor McLeod from Highlander, which is a bit of a left field choice. But hear me out, seeing that NetherRealm did manage to get Christopher Lambert to reprise his role as Raiden for a movie skin, who's to say they wouldn't have called him up once more to reprise the role of the Immortal Swordsman? Outside of old school movie action heroes, there's also the potential of the highly requested horror icon Ash Williams, but alas, I think we'll have to wait till Mortal Kombat 12 for that to become a reality. Personally, I like the idea of getting Cole Young from the 2021 Mortal Kombat film as DLC for Kombat Pack 3. Even though the character's arc in the film was a bit basic to say the least, Cole's arcana ability in the film was pretty creative, and I'd be curious to see how NetherRealm would adapt his golden armor, tonfas, and overall fighting style in-game. In terms of female fighters that deserve a comeback on the Mortal Kombat stage, well, there's been a lot of fans that have been pushing for the return of the Deadly Alliance alumni Li Mei and Nitara. But after recently rewatching Cabal's arcade ending for Mortal Kombat 11, NetherRealm femme fatale Serena has had me more interested in her being playable once more. The potential for Serena to make a comeback in the series was set up briefly in Mortal Kombat X's story, but for whatever reason, NetherRealm didn't follow through on giving her the proper reintroduction into the series as a playable fighter for the new and old generation of Mortal Kombat fans. On the other side of the gender spectrum, Havok has also been a character that's been long overdue for players to see back in action, as he's been constantly making cameo appearances since Mortal Kombat 9, after the last being playable in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Originating from the Chaos realm, Havok is a cleric of chaos, best known for his savage and unpredictable fighting style, as well as his zombie-like appearance. His ambitions are to only spread discord, and is willing to ally himself with those who seek similar interests, which would have served well as a villain-type character for a potential Kombat Pack 3, like with the addition of Shang Tsung, Sindel, and Mileena for Kombat Pack 1 and 2. Lastly, if NetherRealm did end up delivering a Kombat Pack 3 for Mortal Kombat 11, I think it would have been essential that they bring back both Smoke and Stryker, seeing that they are the 2 remaining Revenants that have yet to get any closure in the current timeline of Mortal Kombat, only to make brief appearances in the story of MKX, as opposed to Sindel and Nightwolf being brought back in the fold with Kombat Pack 1, which is then narratively expanded upon in Aftermath. Though I'll admit, the addition of another ninja and a guy from the SWAT team being part of the MK11 roster wouldn't have been the most exciting choice for a potential Kombat Pack 3, but based on how NetherRealm was able to evolve veteran characters' movesets, designs, and finishers in Mortal Kombat 11, it would have been fun to see revamped versions of Smoke and Stryker since making their debut in MK3. That being said, if I could only pick one, it would most definitely be Smoke over Striker any day of the week. So there you guys have it. This will be my lineup for a hypothetical Kombat Pack 3, and let me just say in the comments down below about the announcement of Mortal Kombat 11 no longer being supported with new content. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, it really helps me out. Subscribe for more content from me on Mortal Kombat and other games in general. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.